This Dragon Ball Super anime review is sponsored by Verve. Want to remind you guys you can download the Verve app on all your devices, your Androids, iOS, PlayStation, and Xbox. What I like about Verve is that it's one place to get numerous different services. Crunchyroll and Funimation both are available on Verve ad-free for $9.99 a month. If you have them separate, it's $13. Get them both on Verve. The link is down in the description. It is now time for the 83rd episode of DBS. Well, it just happened. I'm giving you my review, of course, Dragon Ball Super episode 83. Let's see if I can nail this one. This one's kind of hard to say. I'm going to try and say it here in Japanese. Dainanachu Daikyo Chino Sensei yo Saikyo no Juni wa Daneda. That's a hard language to learn, yo. I'm working on it, though. We're going to see if I can learn it by next year. Anyways, that translates to form the Universe 7 team. Who are the strongest 10? And of course, that title refers to the fact that Goku is going to have to start recruiting 10 fighters for the Tournament of Might, which is going to be a battle royale. Now the prelims are indeed over. Goku has a huge target on his back, and thus the recruitment process begins here on episode 83 of Super. So this episode is pretty much tailor-made for Vegeta fans, Vegetable shippers, and Bulma fans, because as you saw in last week's preview, this episode does indeed feature the birth of Vegeta's second child, Bra, and that's really the main focus of this episode. They're slowing the pace down a little bit because last few weeks we've had nothing but fights, fun fights, great fights. Now we're going to get a few episodes of, I don't want to say slice of life because that's not what we're going to get necessarily, even though there's a lot of that in here, but we're also going to get Goku looking for participants and training for the upcoming Universal Tournament of Might. So the first shot of the episode is some very delicious anime food being carried by Chi-Chi. And I've always, if you've been watching my reviews since for the past couple of years, you know how much I love the way they draw anime food. It's so damn delicious looking. They're celebrating the upcoming birth of Vegeta and Bulma's second kid. Goku, the gods, Beerus, Whis, the Kais, Mr. Satan, and Boo and Gohan all arrive. Then we cut to that scene in the preview of Bulma and the Pilaf gang doing the Kegel exercises for the pregnancy. And like I said before, if you're a Vegeta fan, this episode is for you. There's so many great Vegeta moments here. It's awesome. Like, if you're a Vegeta fan, this is for you, especially when you like Vegeta and Super and his comedy. There's so many hilarious facial expressions throughout this whole episode. I love it. And there's actually a scene, in fact, where Goten sees through the fact that Vegeta is excited and nervous about having the kid. Even though he's pretending to not care, he's doing that thing where he has his arms crossed, he really does care. And that becomes the story of the episode. Vegeta, of course, is trying to figure out a name. He says he wants something that fits the Saiyan bloodline. So there you go. So now, we have a very interesting line here said by the Supreme Kai that I want to talk about, where he says that now with Planet Vegeta and Old Namek being destroyed, which Frieza blew up Old Namek and Planet Vegeta actually, there's only 28 planets with mortals in all of Universe 7. I don't really like that for a couple reasons, even though it's weird to think about that. There are so many billions and billions of planets and stars in the universe. The fact that they're trying to tell us there's only 28 that actually have living mortals, that's a little hard to swallow, if you know what I'm saying. Plus, if you remember, they created New Namek. So does that mean the number is actually 29? Or does that mean that it's actually 28 and it went from 27 to 28 again? Or does that mean that Supreme Kai is not paying attention? Who really knows? But I was very surprised that there are only 28 planets in the entire universe that only have mortals. So if you're wondering why the Universe 7 team of 10 guys is composed of, all pretty much people from Earth. I mean, you got Namekians and Saiyans, but I mean, the Z crew, this is their way of explaining it, that there aren't that many planets to choose from anyways. I really don't know if I like that line, but I think it's a way to explain why the Universe 7 team is so, composed of Goku's friends pretty much. So that leads to a conversation between Beerus and Goku about whom they're going to recruit. Goku brings up, of course, Monaka, and Beerus says that Monaka is sick, so he's not going to be able to compete. So they're hiding the whole Monaka thing from Goku still, it seems. I was very surprised to have heard that. We talk about, who else might be in it, and they have a scene where Goku and Gohan do this, mental image training where they're sitting there in front of each other, sitting down, and they're imagining Krillin versus Basil. So if you saw the Krillin Basil preview last week, that was kind of like Toei baiting us, making us think that Krillin and Basil would actually spar, but no, it is indeed image training. I thought it was going to be Krillin himself doing the image training, but no, it's Goku and Gohan imagining Krillin versus Basil. This was actually pretty fun and pretty fast and pretty exciting to watch for the few minutes it was on screen. If you predicted this, if you predicted they would not fight, I haven't said this in a few weeks, you are a great prognosticator. So yeah, they're doing the thing from Namek. Anyways, Gohan thinks that Krillin can't keep up, but Goku's saying, nah, you underestimate him. And they have that discussion. Goku brings up, of course, Kame Sennin, the Master Roshi. And Satan actually brings up that 18 should be in it too, because he remembers their history with the tournament. You know, he knows how strong she is. And Goku even brings up that, well, what about 17? They haven't seen him in a bit. And if you're wondering where 17 has been, I have a video on my channel talking all about it. I promoted it in the past couple weeks. Go look for that video if you still don't know what happened to 17. I will tell you where he's been since the end of the Buu arc, which is the last time we saw him, and actually even before that. So then we have another very interesting revelation from Goku. Goku says that Trunks and Goten should not compete because this fight requires more than just power. So those of you out there who are blaming Chi-Chi and Bulma for Trunks and Goten not competing because they're kids, being a kid has nothing to do with it. Goku's idea, and again, this is Goku. This is what he says, okay, is that he doesn't think that they're any good. The way I'm interpreting that is more so that he doesn't think that Goten and Trunks would work in a battle royale type of environment. I see his point. If fusion is banned, which we do believe, I mean, some of us do think it is, then I totally understand that. If it's not banned, though, Gotenks using Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack could work. I mean, right? I mean, you use it against like 15 guys, take out 15 guys. The weak ones, that could work too. But I see his point, though, that Goten and Trunks have virtually no experience in a battle royale environment. Then again, do any of these guys have it? Who knows? But now you have the official explanation from Goku as to why Goten and Trunks won't be in the fight. So Kaioshin leaves to go look for other mortals, other planets to fight. Goku then brings up Senzu beans, getting them from Karin, but Whis says no, Senzus are against the rules. We cannot use Senzu beans in the tournament. They're not a weapon, but you do get an advantage that other universes may not have. So that makes sense too. Then we have a scene where Goku and Gohan try to recruit Vegeta, but he refuses to come in. This kind of becomes the big point of the episode. He does not want to compete because he doesn't want to leave Bulma to give birth without him being there. He wants to be there for the birth of his child. Very, very interesting character motivation from Vegeta, the guy who pretty much grew up all his life loving to fight because of his bloodline. Now he's like, I got to put the fighting on hold for the kid. Vegeta's kind of becoming more human as the series progresses. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you think about Vegeta's character. We have more to talk about here, but let me know your thoughts down below. So anyways, Whis, of course, steps in, and this is very interesting. So last week in the preview, Goku's like, Whis, we need your help. Now, I thought that Whis was going to deliver the baby, and I was right. But I didn't think it was going to happen like this. Whis literally casts, I guess, a spell from his wand, and the baby is literally born right there. Bra literally comes out of Bulma's belly and materializes, instantly being born. So now Whis can give birth to children who aren't even born yet. That's what he can do. Now, I was mind-boggled by this one, dude. Like, Whis can do anything, it seems. He can turn back time. He can materialize arenas. He can, you know, transport people, you know, across the universe if they grab onto him. And now he can give birth to children early. That's crazy. So now, as a result of that, Vegeta can compete. Then we have this really adorable scene where everybody's playing with the baby, including Yamcha. And every time that the baby cries, Vegeta gets angry and transforms to SS Blue. Really funny stuff. Pilaf is serving food for Beerus. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like hilarious, but I thought it was pretty cute. It was pretty cool. And then they have a scene where, you know, another scene where Goten and Gohan are talking to Trunks about him not being an only child anymore, discussing the baby as they put together the cradle and whatnot, where it's going to go. Trunks, you know, holds her and she does not cry and she laughs. Really good family moment there. It pretty much climaxes with Vegeta finally asking to hold the baby. Of course, he hasn't figured out the name yet. And of course, Bulma names her Bra. Now, I am watching this episode on the Fuji TV live version. I do not know until we watch it later tonight, because I usually watch it twice. I watch it on Fuji, then I watch it on Crunchyroll later on in the evening. I don't know what the subtitles are going to call this character. They might call her Bra, they might call her Bulla. Understand that in the Funimation subtitles, they call her Bra, but in the Funimation dub, they call her Bulla for censorship reasons. They don't want to refer to her as Bulla, or I'm sorry, as Bra, because Bra is a woman's undergarment, you know, that holds up boobies. So they change her name to Bulla. And because the Toei subs are very inconsistent, they might just call her Bulla. But strangely enough, when the Funimation Blu-rays come out, they have a different translator, right? Steve Simmons translates for them, and he's going to call her Bra. So just so everybody is aware, okay, it doesn't matter if you call her Bulla or Bra. It does not matter. But her name is Bra. I mean, that's confirmed. And of course, I want to reiterate one other point that I have to make because the community still, you know, talks about this. Bra is in the manga, last chapter, and the last 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. So no, Bra is not a GT exclusive character. If I've been saying this a lot lately, I do apologize. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but people need to know this. They always think that Bra's from GT when she's not. She's been in DBZ. She's just, you know, she's in GT too, but she was at the end of DBZ. Go back and watch the last 3 episodes. So the episode pretty much, you know, Vegeta makes a funny ass face when Bulma reveals the name. You know, he wanted a vegetable pun, it seems. The episode pretty much ends with this other comedic scene where Yamcha's asking about the tournament, wanting to compete and be a hero again, talking about his entrance. It was okay. It didn't really hit me as funny as like the baseball episode. It was fine. I didn't think it was that funny. Goku takes off to go find people to train. Vegeta looks at Bra and he's like, all right, I'll take that name, whatever. Then the episode ends with Goku flying off and the arena being built. So this was an okay episode, really tailored for the Vegeta fans. Maybe they spent a little bit too much time, I think, with the Bra stuff, in my opinion. I would have been more interested to see some of the other universes and what they're going to be doing, but we may get that in the coming weeks. Like, I'm hoping that we actually get Universe 11 and 9 and seeing kind of them recruiting and kind of seeing who they're going to find as little teasers. Also, why not show us Universe 6? We've already seen those characters. I want to see Vados going to Hit, going to Kaba, going to Frost, saying, we need you one more time. I want to see that. If you agree with me, comment down below. That could be a number of episodes that would be so much fun to watch. Next week, guys, it looks like Krillin and Gohan are going to spar. This will be a Krillin-centric episode as Goku tries to recruit 18 and Krillin. So we will talk about that then. Of course, I'll be doing my preview as always. What did you think about this episode? I thought it was pretty alright. It's not going to be one that I'm going to watch that frequently. It was very adorable. A lot of development for Vegeta. He is now a legitimate father. And I'm going to try and see if I can get a hold of Vegeta. Not making any promises, but I'm going to try to see if I can get a hold of Vegeta. You'll know what I'm talking about very soon. Anyways, guys, let me know. Thank you so much for watching this review. And don't forget, Verve, Crunchyroll, and Funimation are both on there. You can watch Dragon Ball Super. They got subs and dubs. Understand that Verve is the official sponsor of the Geekdom 101 Super Reviews. And I believe in that product. I believe in Crunchyroll. They have tremendous 1080p stuff, high quality stuff. It's the best way to watch anime and everything else on there. So thank you so very much. As always, I will talk to you guys later. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend.